Hello, welcome to our channel. Today we have a fun and simple story for you. Through this story, you will learn new English words, practice listening, and enjoy a great story at the same time. So, let's get started. The Brave Little Cat. Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a little cat named Mimi. Mimi was a very small and fluffy cat. She had soft, white fur and bright green eyes. Mimi lived with her owner, an old woman named Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown loved Mimi very much. Every morning Mrs. Brown would say, "Good morning," Mimi, and Mimi would meow happily in return. Mimi loved her home. She liked to sleep in her soft bed by the window, where she could feel the warm sun. She also liked to play with a red ball of yarn. But most of all, Mimi loved to explore the outside world. One sunny day, Mrs. Brown opened the door to let some fresh air in. Mimi saw the open door and thought, "Maybe I can go outside and explore." She looked left, then right. No one was watching. Slowly, she walked out of the house. Mimi was very excited. She had never been outside alone before. The world was big, and there were so many new things to see. She could smell the fresh flowers, hear the birds singing, and feel the soft grass under her paws. As she walked, she saw a butterfly. It was a beautiful, yellow butterfly flying above her. Mimi thought, "I will catch it." She jumped up, but the butterfly flew higher. Mimi chased the butterfly through the garden, feeling happy and free. After running for a while, Mimi saw a group of animals. There was a dog, a rabbit, and a bird. They were sitting together near a big tree. The dog was big and brown, with long ears. His name was Max. The rabbit was small and white, with a cute pink nose. Her name was Bella. The bird was blue and could sing sweet songs. His name was Charlie. Mimi walked up to them and said, "Hello, my name is Mimi. Can I play with you, Max?" The dog smiled and said, "Of course you can. We love making new friends." Bella, the rabbit, hopped over to Mimi and said, "We are playing a game. Do you want to join us?" Mimi nodded. She felt happy to make new friends. They all started to play together, running, jumping, and laughing. As they were playing, dark clouds started to cover the sky. The wind began to blow harder, and it started to rain. Mimi looked up and said, "Oh no, it's raining. I need to go home." Max, Bella, and Charlie all looked worried. "We need to find a place to stay dry," said Max. They quickly ran to a nearby tree to take shelter from the rain. The tree was big and strong, but the rain was very heavy. Soon the ground became wet and muddy. Mimi was scared. What if the rain does not stop? How will I find my way home? Charlie, the bird, chirped softly and said, "Don't worry, Mimi. We will help you." After a while, the rain began to slow down. The sky became clear again, and the sun came out. Max said, "Let's help Mimi find her home." Mimi was grateful. "Thank you, Max. I'm a little scared, but with your help, I know I can do it." The four friends started walking through the town looking for Mimi's house. Along the way, they passed by many places: the bakery, the park, and the big fountain. Bella, the rabbit, saw something familiar. "Mimi, is that your house?" she asked, pointing to a small, cozy house with a red door. Mimi looked closely and said, Yes, that's my home. Mimi ran to the house, feeling so happy. Mrs. Brown was standing at the door, looking worried. "Mimi, where have you been?" Mrs. Brown asked. She picked up Mimi and gave her a big hug. "I was so worried about you." Mimi purred and said, "I'm sorry. I went on an adventure with my new friends." Mrs. Brown smiled and said, "I'm glad you are safe, Mimi. And I'm happy you made new friends." Max, Bella, and Charlie waved goodbye to Mimi. "We'll come to visit you soon," they said. Mimi smiled and waved back. She was happy to be home, and even happier to have such wonderful friends. That night, as she lay in her soft bed by the window, Mimi thought about her big adventure. She felt brave for going outside and thankful for the friends who helped her. And that's the end of the story. What did we learn today? Mimi, the little cat, was brave enough to explore the world. But she also learned that it's okay to ask for help when you are lost or scared. Friends are always there to help you, just like Max, Bella, and Charlie helped Mimi. Now let's review some new words we learned from the story. Explore, to go to new places and see new things. Brave, when you are not afraid to do something difficult. Shelter, a place to stay safe and dry. Grateful, feeling thankful for help or kindness. Remember to use these new words in your conversations. You can also tell your own story using these words. Thank you for listening to our story today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more fun stories. See you next time.